Where is this? No one ever goes to Xeris after hitting Char and Kaldir and getting all the bonus objectives intentionally. So, there's no way they were planning for me to have this. So as always, I'm gonna... Okay, here's my plan. I'm gonna keep these guys at home, and if the anti-air of the composition becomes, like, impossible, then I will use the guys that I start with in order to make things a little bit easier. That way I won't have to make new units, and I think that if I do that, then they should be enough.
A drone can harvest biomass from this Quillgore. The process is slow, and our drone will be vulnerable.
I think I did Kaldir, Char, Xeris on my first playthrough too. I actually think I went Char first. I went Char, Kaldir, Xeris on my blind playthrough on Brutal, and I regretted it a lot. I remember thinking that Fire in the Sky was like the hardest mission ever, and then Old Soldiers was really brutal too, and I was like, how am I supposed to do this? I have lings and banelings.
Speak quickly.
So Vile Roaches should be really good.
Yes?
I think Brakk comes into this main area, so this is where I'm going to build the spines. Oh, I have an idea.
Harvest successful. The biomass is in transit to the ancient.
I don't know if this is going to work, but I have a doozy of an idea to make this Brakk fight work.
The biomass has been consumed. The ancient one will require more to awaken.
Feels very weird being passive here, by the way. I'm so used to the speedrun where it's like, well, I should be harvesting meat number 7 by now.
Push ahead.
Quillgore located. We must
Let's get this gas that I don't need.
We are to secure their biomass.
Actually, I think I'm going to pull these guys back because it messes with the AI. Wait, where'd the Quillgore Alpha go?
Get going. The swarm never rests. Let's get out with it. Push ahead.
How far can you pull the Quillgore? Does anybody know? Like, do they have a hard reset range, or... Like... Because there's 2 ramps into Brack's base. No, there's no way I could kite those over there, right?
Yes?
I'm considering the feasibility of using the Quillgore Alpha's dead corpses to wall in Brakk. But I think that they're all so far away, and the way that they reset, it's not possible. Unfortunately. But I was inspired by the randomizer, and that would have been amazing.
Speak quickly.
I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's play around with these guys. See how far I can get this guy to move.
Swarm hungers. What is it now?
But I'm willing to give up on the idea very quickly if it ends up being a really bad one, which it will.
Get going. Push ahead. The swarm never rests.
Hey. Okay, so it seems like that
Let's get this over with.
Is a hard reset point.
Stands in my way.
I'm unsure.
Get going.
Oh, I was supposed to be getting infrastructure during this and I forgot. Roach Warren.
Out with it.
Go over here. I need a baneling nest for later.
But it's small.
Primal essence pool. Strong sequences. Approach. Absorb essence. Will augment strength.
And then I need the things over here. Oh, they figured out how to get to it. That's not good. I didn't know that's how they worked.
We have to stop them. Our forces can intercept their raiding parties.
Wild mutation zerglings. How have they not died?
Brack's forces are destroying Quillgore biomass.
Alright, let's take this one.
What is it now? Out with it. Yes?
I'm going to try to not get any more gas. That's going to be one of the things that I do right here.
You have my attention.
I don't know why, but I feel like there's so much gas on the field anyway that I just don't need it. Especially when I have tunneling claws, I should be able to go grab it with some stealth boys.
Primal Zerg forces incoming.
Oh, hey, Dahaka.
Our drone must be protected.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, no, you guys aren't allowed to fight. Let's get you over here.
Under attack. We should provide escorts.
I mean, you're not disallowed to attack. I'm technically just not supposed to build you. But it's not the end of the world. Okay, I'm getting gases. What a waste of 6 supply.
Yes? Nothing, Stan.
So now I should be able to just blast through everything with a giant roach comp.
Speak. Out with it.
This seems like it's going to be kind of easy. I just have to make sure that I have enough money for like 7 trillion spines,
Zeratul spoke of.
which could be a bit annoying. But I think it's more annoying than hard.
The swarm never rests. Push ahead. Nothing stands in my way.
Oh, that's a long ways away. That's actually an interesting point now that I think about it. Mobility is going to be one of the prime problems, where I am normally using a Muta army in order to move around.
The world is mine.
But then this just happens instead.
Speak quickly.
Make these guys big.
Get going. Out with it. Let's get this over.
Let's see, we
We
can
have
do
met the enemy in
Alt,
combat.
Control 2. Yeah, there we go. So I learned about Control Alt hotkey, and I've been using it a lot recently, and it's really cool. I don't know if I'm just the last person ever to have learned about it, but what it does is if you do Control Alt hotkey, then it will assign a unit to a hotkey, and it will delete it from all other hotkeys. It's really nice if you want to have stuff in different places. And I like literally didn't know about it until I was routing the blindfolded run.
This
Let's get this
what is
meat.
it now?
Clear out that meat. There's Control Alt and there's also Alt, and one of them creates the control group and the other one won't create the control group
Get this over with.
or something like that.
The swarm
It's a bit
never
weird. There's
rests.
2 different hotkeys for it, but yeah, Alt is a lot more powerful than I ever knew. But it's made my life a lot easier in terms of like if I want to have a harassment group or something on the side, then I used to have a hard time picking it out of my army and that kind of stuff, and I never heard anyone say before, hey, just use Alt. But then
This
I don't remember who told me about it.
Here I thought you
I think it was
promised me
Stormzarn.
a challenge.
And it just like changed my life.
Who asked you? You have my attention.
Because I think we've all been in the position before where you like try to leave something onto the side, but then you leave it into your hotkey group and then it attacks and you just feel dumb. Here, use these as bait. Those were going to be units, but then I decided to build drones so I could build spines for the challenge, and now I'm going to lose my base.
You have
Run back.
speak quickly.
My slow army.
This world is mine.
I guess I don't need those overlords, huh? So I'm going to try to combine a couple things that we've learned recently into one super strat here,
You have my
in
attention.
order to understand how the game works at a higher level, you know? Some of those high-minded concepts. They're just ways to say that I'm doing dumb stuff. One, two, three. 1, 2.
Speak quickly.
I should get the bonuses too. I guess I need to get all the meat. I kind of forgot about doing the objectives in this mission.
Yes?
hive-minded concepts. I love
There's
it.
not much time. This world is mine. Get going. Let's get this over with. The swarm never rests.
So I'm taking the challenge of kill Brakk with spine crawlers, literal or like as attack Brakk with spine crawlers. I'm gonna try not to use anything else against him. Just gonna throw that out in case people are wondering. Well, technically it just says kill, and if it comes down to it, I would make use of that technicality, but I would like to poke him with a bunch of these guys first.
Who asked you?
Mineral field depleted.
This is the challenge last time I did the mission. I don't remember, honestly.
Yes? There's... What is it? This world is mine.
Did I play the Lord of the Ring RTS game? Which one? Battle for Middle-earth? I liked Battle for Middle-earth. Well, I never played the original, but I liked number 2.
Who asked you? Speak. The swarm hungers.
There we go.
Out with it. You have my attention.
I had a time in like 2006, 7, 8, 9, where the only RTSs that I played were
Yes?
that Star Wars game and Battle for Middle-earth 2. I really, really liked both of those. Empire at War, that's what it was called. Really good games. Especially when I got into an RTS kick right before StarCraft 2 came out, because I was excited for it.
The swarm never rests. This one, what is it now? Get going. Let's get this over with.
The only problem I have with Battle for Middle-earth 2 is that it doesn't work on widescreen. It just like zooms in really far and does a... It's horrible.
Speak.
It's like unplayably bad. Because at some point I was like, I would like to stream Battle for Middle-earth 2 maybe at some point as a day off or something, and I checked it out and it's just, oh, it's horrible.
We have recovered
Nice.
half of the biomass needed to awaken the ancient.
Oh, she said the words of the mission, guys. What do you say on the internet when they do that? Roll credits? Yeah. We can be like that YouTube channel that has all the viewers.
The swarm hungers. What is it now? The swarm never...
Even though I don't think they're that good. I tried to get the unofficial HD edition to work, and this was a couple years ago, but I couldn't get it to work. Yeah, I don't think CinemaSins is very good. I'll be completely honest. They're like just so pointlessly nitpicky about everything for no reason.
You have my attention.
Our forces are under attack.
There's so many flying units. Are you kidding?
Who asked you? This world, out with it.
Could you guys just wait while my drone leaves? Thank you. Get out of there, drone. Okay, we did it.
Have destroyed Quilgore biomass.
Yeah, no anti-air is a little bit funky, but it's okay.
Primal Surge descend upon you.
Nothing stands in the way of the swarm.
Our forces are under attack.
My big problem with CinemaSins is that they take a lot of things that are choices that they don't necessarily agree with and decide that just because they don't like the choice that it is inherently a flaw. And I think that that is
Swarm hungers.
the worst type of reviewing anything ever. Because
Yes?
it has like no
Push
value.
ahead.
It's just being mean to something because
Who asked
you can't see other people's opinions.
Out with it. You have my attention.
Mineral field depleted.
Did I mean gaming
I will
journalism?
have my vengeance.
Oh, you're not
Speak
wrong.
quickly.
I miss the days where gaming journalism was about FOV sliders, you know? Those were the good days.
Yes? The swarm.
One more.
asked you? Out with it. Get going. We're almost done.
Okay. I accidentally did an attack wave to death.
You have my attention. What is it now?
So I'm going to defend this, then I'm going to get the bonus level for Kerrigan while this guy heads back.
Depleted.
Then I have my plan.
Yes?
I don't even think the plan is necessary, but I do think it's exciting.
There's no... Who asked you? Get going. Push ahead.
I'm pretty sure that was the attack wave that comes here, but I'm not 100% sure. That could have been a capture wave that was trying to grab up here.
You have my attention.
So I'm going to be
What is it now?
careful.
Primal forces are attacking Quilgore
Okay.
biomass.
Now it's time to go grab that.
Our forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted.
Push ahead. Nothing
And
stands
we will
in
waddle
my
our way to victory.
This world is mine. Get going. There's not much time.
Alright, that was fun. Let's leave.
This essence is so alive.
Actually, just burrow.
I think I like it.
Now here's my plan. Remember how the brutal AI cheats and won't walk over burrowed banelings?
Your empty minions are no match for the might of the primal Zerg.
My thought is, what
Mineral field.
will happen? Will it just force field all the non-Brakk guys? I have a feeling Brakk doesn't care about banelings. I have a feeling he's just going to walk over and then he's going to die to a bunch of spines while the rest of the army doesn't walk over it. That's what my hope is. He's got 2-2-2. Those are pretty legit upgrades. I had 1-1 the entire time because I forgot to get 2-2. Brack's not a detector, which is a bit weird. Nice. Close enough. Yeah, he's much easier without his escort. I mean, that's the other version of force fielding, right? You just turn them into goo so they can't cross. Alright, oh no, what is the Crucible? Oh no. This mission is always on the knife's edge. Especially on Brutal. Composition for the Crucible is tier 2, which is Mutalisk Hydralisk. Kill the bonus with a ground army. Composition is tier 2, Hydra and Muta. Oh. That's going to be annoying. Oh, it would have been so good for the Roach considering I've been using Tunneling Claws. But I guess I have to use Hydras or Swarm Hosts to kill it, huh? Have a good one, Interstellar Marines. Well, I can't make Lings, so that doesn't matter. These don't matter, these don't matter. Alright. Let's see how it goes. I think I'm going to focus mostly on Swarm Hosts for this.
Yes?
And, I have an idea.
Primal Zerg.
I have an idea.
Root swarm hosts to begin spawning.
It's a good one.
Get going. The swarm never
Aesthetically, what is my favorite Zerg? I mean,
rests. Here they come.
it might be because I'm a basic big boy, but I like the Ultralisk. He's so big and cleavy, and he kills everything. He's cool.
Let's get this over with.
Particularly, I think the Trosk looks really good. I'm not a big fan of the Stinky Lisk. Sergeant Lewis subscribing at tier 1 for the 2nd month. Thank you so much.
Close. The moment draws near. Is your hate still strong enough to make the necessary sacrifice?
So running the 5 swarm hosts down before the tug of war starts is an interesting idea. However, I had a better idea. Because I do need to be able to defend against the initial attack waves. I'm just going to proxy a hatch over there. It's also a much lower investment at the beginning.
More from the lava at our hatchery.
Now, is this a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Yeah, probably. One of those two. Maybe both. Oh, this is a bad idea.
The remnants of Brack's forces gather nearby.
So I'm hoping that I can
They
build
are
Hydralisks
preparing
over
to
there.
attack the hive cluster.
I don't know how many it takes to kill a Tyrannosaur.
By that entrance.
I need this expansion. When am I going to find 300 minerals? Send 1 to defend while it builds. I don't feel like that's super necessary, honestly. I think it'll be okay. Like, I don't think a Quilgore can out DPS a hatchery as it builds, right? There's... The odds of that being the case are, I hope, really low. Yeah, the mutas could do the guarding. That's a good point. Burrow over here. Keep producing. And right there. I hope I'm safe. Well, it looks like... Actually, it looks like from these spawn points that they can't attack the hatch there. Which is good. Now, I do have a very important question that I need answered. Is the Spinecrawler considered a ground army? I think it should be. Because that would make my life much easier.
I sense another pack of primal Zerg gathering across the basin.
Okay, we're gonna spine rush the Tyrannosaur then.
Broken Zerg. You have killed Brakk, but his pack survives.
Perfect.
I claim their territory and their essence.
Let's get one more swarm host out and keep building. Oh, there's a poll for it. Cool. Make sure that you vote yes, guys, because don't you want to watch the Tyrannosaur get spine rushed?
The primal Zerg factions have engaged each other.
I like the idea that canonically, the way that this entire war worked out is that Kerrigan was so bored, she just cheesed all of them to death.
I have not forgotten you, Broken Pack. Your leader sleeps. She will not wake. My pack will feast upon your essence.
Okay, more of these.
The Adra's pack is preparing to attack our
This is so
hive
stupid.
cluster. Show these primals
Let me check what the
fury
poll
of
is
the
currently.
sword.
Oh yeah, 86% of people saying yes. No problemo. Let's get these going then. I mean, theoretically someone could throw down like 34,000 bits to change that poll. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, rich Saudi oil prince that is watching. You know, you have that power. But if anything besides that happened, it's definitely going to be spine o'clock. Or, you know, if you happen to be that rich Saudi oil prince that wants to guarantee that the vote stays good, you know, 34,000 bits or so. Alright, I'm actually doing pretty decent here. My saturation is nice. I'm gonna have a lot of swarm hosts. I've like not played this mission with swarm hosts in a really long time. I've kind of decided to, even though technically the challenge was tier 2. But I was like, you know, I go mutas every single time. for safety's sake or because I'm doing some other stupid challenge that requires them. Might as well mix it up.
Broodmother Zagara have made important discovery. Primal essence collecting within pool.
Watch as the Tyrannosaur can just kill this.
Spawn many locusts to defend hive cluster from primal attacks.
These primals are relentless.
Is there a way to get my queen over there?
Now, kill them all.
Applecott Pyropico spending 65,000 channel points to make sure that spine crawlers are in fact units.
Collects quickly, use frequently.
I'm actually kind of close to losing on this. Not losing, but taking some serious damage here. Okay, the locusts are enough. That's good. Interesting. Do the Quilgore not spawn?
Mutation.
I'm gonna make a couple more spines. The real question is, how do I get these back? Is it possible? Or are they gonna be stuck there forever? Because if I could use them to defend, then it wouldn't be that big of a sacrifice to have done all this. But unfortunately, spine crawlers are not the sneakiest unit. I know, it's shocking, right?
Yadra has sent a force of primal flyers to attack the chrysalis.
Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. Is that spore gonna die? I don't think so. It's barely gonna live. Nice job, Spore. We're gonna give you 2 friends. So he should spawn in like 30 seconds. I just gotta make sure that I have enough. Not close enough. Oh no! No! They found it! Well. There he is.
I sense a powerful presence.
Oh, this is gonna be no problem.
Primal.
Tyrannozaur, savage, extreme physical prowess, essence use.
Got him.
Must acquire.
No simple matter. To reach it, we must cross the battle between Brakk and Yadra's packs.
YOLO.
Tyrannosaur
Run.
symbol acquired. Will research primal essences further.
You can do it, I believe in you.
The primals are constantly being reinforced. Find a way past them.
Here. Leave the weak behind.
Both packs are moving against us. Prepare for a pincer attack.
Keep going.
The hive cluster is under attack. Our boss
Well, some of them made it out alive. Oh, uh-oh. This would be a nice place for these, though.
the hive cluster is under attack.
Okay.
Mutation complete.
This isn't good. I'm losing control a bit. Watch as I manage to do this dumb strat and then I proceed to lose, despite the fact that I invested basically nothing in it. That would be embarrassing.
The primals are attacking the chrysalis. The hive cluster is under attack.
Luckily, we've distracted this one Muta and this Quilgore. They've joined forces! That's wonderful. I think the real question about Heart of the Swarm, actually, is how did the Quilgore not get assimilated into the Zerg despite living on Xeris all this time? Are they that powerful? They can't be tamed by someone as weak as Brakk or Yagdra or Zervan?
Cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
No, the poll is up, by the way, guys. I know I say this for about 1 in every 32 polls. Oh, he's trying his best. He got a hatchery kill, though. That's really good for him. Not sure he's ever going to get that larva kill, though. Burrow. And burrow. Guys, do remember that the next mission on Brutal is actually pretty difficult. So be careful when you're coming up with ideas. I don't know what the challenges options are. Just keep that in mind that, like, the mushroom lady is pretty tough. I was thinking about Blindfolded Heart of the Swarm and what was possible and not. And I think that Supreme is one of the things that would be truly impossible, because I don't think it's possible to beat Mushroom Lady. I mean, it would be possible to beat her by, like, RNGing your way to victory. However, I don't think that your army has the ability to beat it by, like, A-moving or something. You have to do some pretty precise micro to slide through the Banes. Not precise for people with eyeballs, but precise for people without them. I think I need more spores. This force is actually pretty good. The Swarm Host Hydra. I like it. I don't like it as much as Mutas, because I have to, like, actively control my troops instead of just setting them on patrol and then going to sleep. But you know what? It's better than when we went mass baneling on this mission. Which was, well, rip frames. That was really the thing, is the thing that the mass banelings on this mission killed most was my frame rate. Imagine finding a composition that's so laggy that you have to stop doing it during the speedrun. It's taken up all my time.
The primal Zerg are destroying the rocks near the chrysalis.
Say Sliven correctly? No, I don't want to. That's the entire challenge? Okay. Well, I guess I'm done, I think. I'm actually going to have to watch the cutscene that introduces them all to make sure. I'm currently a big fan of Mushroom Lady, though. I can't go by any nicknames, but a lot of people consider their correct name to be their nickname. Like in high school, I had a friend named Boots, and if you called him by his real name, most of the time he wouldn't remember that that's who he is, because he's Boots. How do you know that Sliven never approved of her nicknames? Or probably the wiki is going to say that Sliven is also a dude, huh? Next thing you know, you guys are going to make me pronounce -minus correctly instead of -fenimus. You guys are weird. It's Boots, like the thing that you put on your feet. Because he didn't know how to tie shoes until he was 16. That's a story for another day. Well, that's actually not much of a story, it's just the truth. The only female was Kraith. I don't think the wiki's correct. Someone get Subsorian on this. We need to talk. Because there's no way. I bet that someone was just writing stuff on the wiki and they threw down a he because they're like, well, it's got a deep voice. And that's all they were thinking. And that's now StarCraft canon. But If you lay eggs, you're probably not a dude. No, I cannot pronounce that without error. Because I'm pretty sure what you just wrote down was an error. German is a wild language. At least I assume that's German. Yeah, they have Vipers. One time they abducted an SCV. I was building a missile turret, and they abducted my SCV off the cliff. When I was playing the Terran edition of this.
Yandra's forces are gathering. They are converging upon the Hive cluster.
Bro. Alright, so this mission is basically over. There's not much more to say here. We cleared through everything, made a bunch of swarm hosts. It's always easier to put them in the middle than it is to put them on the ramp, because then they defend all the sides, and then you don't have to micro. As long as I don't die in the next 2 minutes. Send out the guys. Wow, I have a lot of money. The challenge was to kill the Tyrannosaur with spine crawlers. You can see my creep remnants from my incredible build.
The chrysalis, the swarm will prevail. The hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack.
This is actually a lot more stuff that I'm used to, because usually you just have mutas camping the spawns. I'm actually out of larva. That's interesting. Should have built more hatches with my 10k minerals in the bank. If I lose with money in the bank, I don't think they have enough time to DPS it down. The swarm hosts are still chonky. But I've lost like 50 supply in 10 seconds. Wow. You know what? Good job, Yagdra. You kind of impressed me there.